Welcome to Lewd Mood. I'm Becky.
And I'm Kelly.
And we're your hosts, two 40-something-year-old college roommates ready to take you on a wild ride through the bizarre, scandalous, and downright lewd news of the world and our own lives.
This is going to be good, folks. We promise you'll have a blast. So, without further ado, let's do this.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. We are back. Season 2, take 2.
That's right.
And we're back. We're going to be back more regularly.
We've decided.
Regularly.
Yeah. This is going to be a regular occurrence. We are back. Bitch, we are back.
Like a bad penny.
I'm Becky.
And I'm Kelly. And welcome to Lewd Mood.
That's right. Welcome back to Lewd Mood Podcast. Yeah. Kelly, what is up with you?
Well, Becky, this week, I have actually been out of town. I have been at Bezgayath War College reading Onyx Storm.
Kelly has immersed herself in a new book.
I have. Anybody who knows me well, I am a obsessive reader. I've read 4 books this year. And some of them have been smutty smut. Some have been really good. But I'm
Listeners,
back on that Rebecca Yarros train.
It's January 22nd, and she's read 4 books already.
That's right. That'll tell you how good my social life is.
Well, you know what? It's January. Nobody leaves the house, at least for the first half of January. So it's okay.
You know who doesn't break my heart? Zayden Ryerson.
That's right. I can't wait for the movies to come out so I can watch those instead of finishing the actual books, because I can't get myself to sit and finish a book right now. So
that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. You know, we all go through our things. I tend to hyperfixate on things. So right now I'm in hyperfixating on books.
It's okay.
Which is great.
Speaking of hyperfixation, I decided that I'm going to start riding a bike, like an exercise bike.
I love that.
So everybody remembers that I ruptured my Achilles several months ago. Yes. And I am finally walking in a boot. I'm walking. And the only thing I'm allowed to do exercise. Yeah. Well, it's been a minute. You know, it was the Friday before Thanksgiving that this happened. And now it's the early days of January, and I am just now walking again. But I was cleared to ride like a spinning bike. And so I solicited the help of my Instagram friends and happened to get myself, when you can see the handlebars, or I think you call it something else if you actually are into cycling, but I'm going to call it the handlebars, right behind me, of this really nice vintage spin bike. And I can do about 20 minutes before my ass feels like it's going to die, because unlike my podcast cohort, I ain't got no ass. There's no junk in my trunk. So
listen, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. The bike does not discriminate. Okay.
So your butt hurts too?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
yes, it does not discriminate. Okay. It gets right in there. In fact, if you have a fat ass, it actually sucks in between your fucking cheeks. Okay. It's not hitting bone. It's going right up in there.
Listen, okay. That's interesting, because I just assumed if you had a little cushion in your bootay, that maybe riding a bike was more comfortable. And maybe that's what I was missing this whole time, while I watch people with larger booties ride their bike like it's nobody's business. And here I am like, listen, it doesn't just hurt my butt. It hurts the vagine. Yeah. I feel like it hurt. Okay. My labes are stressed when I'm on my bike.
Full on falls asleep. If I ride my bike for too long.
Asleep. I just feel like I don't know what it feels like, but it's not good. I don't like it. And so I would hard pass, but I'm working on it. I've been sitting on a sweatshirt on my bike seat. I wear my cycling shorts with padding in them. None of it seems to make a difference, but my goal is to make it. I know. My goal is to make it through one episode of Ted Lasso. That's my goal.
Yeah. I think any of my rugby friends who are listening to this, they will understand this. Um, you just have to get hit a few times, right? So like in rugby practice, when season begins, you just have to like get the shit beat out of you a few times before you get used to it, right?
Okay.
The
I
same with
wouldn't know.
riding a bike. That seat will go right in your glutes, right in your ischial tuberosities, and it'll just bruise the shit out of you until you get
Yeah.
used to it. You just got
Okay.
to take a few hits, and
Well,
then you're
she's
back.
taken a bruising. She really
Yeah,
is. But
takes a couple
I
weeks.
have high hopes. I have high
Yeah,
hopes. So, yeah. What
yeah.
about you, Cal? Have you done a New Year's resolution? Are you hitting the gym?
Yes, I've been hitting the gym hard since November.
Yeah.
Um, I
Love that.
go almost every day, hit the treadmill, hit the weights. I'm Pelotoning again.
I
I
love it.
bought a stepper on TikTok Shop.
You bought
I
a
got
stepper on TikTok Shop?
I got influenced. Yep. So I went all in just so I
I
don't
love
have to leave my house. It's all
well,
here.
there's nothing better than not having to leave your house in the winter time.
Yeah.
There's not really nothing better. Oh,
My
well, I
gym is
love
one
that.
floor down.
Nice.
I just walk my ass down there,
Yeah.
s- strut it on my incline,
Yeah.
and then I'm back. Me
Can
and Randall are
can
back.
you do can you do your stepper through a full episode of Ted Lasso?
No, I can do my stepper for 90 seconds.
I've heard they're hard.
And I'm like, holy shit, this is hard.
Mm.
So I do it on
Well, I love
commercial
that for you.
breaks.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at us. New year, new us. Healthy, wealthy. You want to know what was not healthy for the new year?
What?
Our New Year's Eve plans.
I love it. It was not.
It was not. It was Kelly and I spent New Year's together in Chicago, in the Chicagoland area, I should say, with some friends.
Oh, yeah. We had a good time.
Well, we tell everybody where we went, Cal.
We went to this little bar in my town called Nash Vegas,
You sure did.
and it was 105 steps from my house,
Yeah, over the railroad tracks.
right over the railroad tracks, just slightly up a hill.
Mhm.
Becky scooted her ass on
We
her
did.
little scooter
We
over
did.
those tracks,
We
and we
did.
were ready to boot, scoot, and boogie.
Yeah, it was like a honky tonk.
It was like a honky tonk, yeah.
So the funny thing is Kelly and I tried to be proactive, and we called this place to get a table reservation because my old ass couldn't stand for long periods of time. I was still in a cast, so I was like, not anyway. We couldn't get someone from the bar to call us back, which I'm like, terrible customer service if you're trying to sell out your bar for New Year's Eve, but whatever, it's fine. We rolled in the four of us, and Kelly hunted down the manager and said, do you have any tables available? And the guy is like, what did he say? We only had VIP left.
Yeah. Well, I went up to the guy at the door and I was like, hey, who do we talk to about getting in the VIP section?
Oh yeah.
And so he told me, I hunted this man down and I said, what is the cost for the VIP? And he's like, you have to do bottle service. And I was like, okay, there's four of us.
Yeah.
What does that look like? And he's like, it starts at $100. And I said, per person? And he goes, per bottle.
We're like, sold.
I was like, you got me. I'm in. I'm
Sold.
in.
Have you ever heard of any place having bottle service for $100?
Oh. And they even brought
No.
it out with the little like excitement. Everybody's like, woo! Like we were actually in
Sparklers.
Vegas. Like it was a
You're like
bachelorette party.
Vegas.
There was so much
Yes.
excitement around it. It had the like little like light shooters coming off of it.
Yeah.
And yeah. And we
Hundred
pissed off
bucks.
the other group that was in there because they were very mad that they didn't
Yeah.
get the whole section to themselves.
But listen, those people, they once they saw the scooter, they had nothing to say because
Yeah.
I was handicapped and I needed a place to sit. So, and they did give us tequila shots later, which
Yeah.
was the start of the demise of my evening.
We sweet talked them, and by s we I was really sweet talking them, and I was like, "Hey, my friend here, she can't walk. We just need this little section right over here. Feel free to
Yeah.
sprawl out however you need to.
Yeah, there's 4 of us. Yeah,
Yeah, you just take whatever you need, just give us the space for Boot, Scoot, and Boogie over here
that's right.
to just have some time."
Us and our 1 bottle of Tito's and our
Oh,
mixers. That's all
yeah,
we
and it
need.
was great. And I had a great time. I was
We had
dancing.
a great time. Yeah, you were. Yeah, we stayed till what, like, maybe 12:30, 1 o'clock. I don't know, our friends stayed in a hotel, so they left, and Kelly and I rolled our asses back over the railroad tracks
Yeah.
back to Kelly's, home, and, we ate some did what you made us something in the air you made us hash browns in the air
Hash
fryer.
browns. Hash browns in the air
I
fryer.
I didn't eat any, and I should have, because once Kelly went to bed, my bed became the bathroom floor in Kelly's home, and
Mhm.
I puked all night long. All night long.
All night,
It was
all
horrible.
night.
It was horrible. It was horrible. So, listen, Kelly, I had to stop at the I-80 truck stop, and if you're familiar with Iowa, Illinois borderline area, the I-80 truck stop used to be the largest truck stop in the world. I'm pretty sure it's not anymore, but it's pretty large. And I stopped, and I had brought a pillow and blanket to Kelly's house, and I put my seat back and my heat on high and my seat warmer on, and I took about a 40-minute nap at the I-80 truck stop
Nice.
because I couldn't make it. I couldn't do it. I thought I was gonna die.
Oh, Becky, if you would have stayed there a little longer, they would have thought you were a lot lizard,
Well, I would have been
and
a this poor
they would have been like, "Look at that lot lizard right over there."
I probably
In her
looked
mouth.
like a lot lizard, let's be real, and I'm all for, live your life, you do you, boo, like, whatever, but I probably looked like the bottom barrel of the lot lizards that day. I didn't
Oh,
look my best, probably didn't smell my best either, because I don't even think I brushed my teeth when I left your house. I think I just rolled out with my puke breath and
um,
the same clothes I had worn to bed, and it was a mess. It was not
yeah.
my finest moment. I'm not real proud of myself. It was good times though.
Yeah, anybody who knows me knows I am a notorious for scooting out at the earliest hour of the morning after
Yes.
we've been out, and this is why. I like to get home before I feel like I'm gonna puke, because 'cause I'm a puker.
Well, I would have had to leave your house at 1 a.m. So
Yeah.
that wasn't gonna happen.
I was watching a TikTok,
Mhm.
and there's these 2 British guys that come to America, and they, like, love America, and they're like, "We're gonna try this place in America,
Oh, I think I've seen
and
this.
what should we do while we're here?" They're like Josh and Jake or something like that, and they're
Yeah.
adorable. They were in the Appalachian,
Oh boy.
and everybody's like, "Why are you there? Get out of there." The Appalachian
It's
place, you're not
haunted
ready.
everywhere.
You are not
Don't
ready
go.
for that, like, leave.
Uh-uh.
And they're like, "What should we do while we're here?" And they're like, "You should go and find a lot lizard and go pet them." And he's like,
No.
"Oh, that's just." And then he does another TikTok. He's like, "You got me. You got
That's a
me. I went to go
person.
find a lot lizard."
Oh my gosh, that's funny. I have not seen that. But now that you've spoken it, my phone will pick up on it, and now that video is gonna
Yeah,
pop up on my TikTok.
the poor sweet man thinks he's gonna go find a pet,
No,
and he would have
it's a
found a
lady.
pet.
It's a lady of the night. Yeah, it's a lady of the night or the afternoon, honestly.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that's
man.
funny. Well, I can't wait for that TikTok video to show up on my phone, especially now that TikTok is back after a 16-hour hiatus in the United States of America.
What a long 16 hours that was.
Honestly. You know what? To be fair, when the TikTok ban went into place, I thought that we'd still be able to access TikTok. We just wouldn't be able to like do anything with it. Like you wouldn't be able to update it. You wouldn't be able to post maybe like, but instead it just popped up this like, oops, sorry, there's no access for you.
Yeah.
Um, and that happened Saturday evening and right? Or was it Sunday morning?
It was Sunday evening.
Sunday, and it came back Monday, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, it was like a 16-hour stretch that it was down, and the sheer panic that people had
Yeah,
across the nation. To be fair, I do feel bad for the people that use TikTok to in the creator fund who make money off of TikTok.
yeah,
For some people, it's their only income. For some people, it's like if they're stay at home, whatever they, I did feel bad for those people because that kind of
yeah.
sucks. But
Like
yeah,
27 million people.
right. That's
It's a
wild.
lot.
Like,
It's a
that's
lot
a
of
lot.
people.
Like, there really is no social media platform that will push your content out like TikTok will. Like, there really, it's just crazy how quickly you can consume content on that app.
We
Well,
should have been TikTok stars, by the way. I think
I
we
mean, we
could add
still
great content.
currently we have 75 days back of TikTok. So,
Well, I would like to share something with you
what?
because when my TikTok came back on, I didn't like what happened to my algorithm. Okay.
Okay.
It had
Yeah, mine was
changed.
messed
It
up
had
too.
changed. It had
Yeah.
changed in a way that I didn't like.
Okay. What'd you do?
Okay. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to delete this for right now. And then my
No.
sweet niece, one of my favorite people in the world, she
Yeah.
sends me a funny TikTok video. So I'm like, let me see what you did. I'm like, I'll just re download. I can't. It is not available to download.
What?
It is gone. I cannot. I even tried like an hour before we did this. I cannot get on and reload my TikTok. So if you are
No.
like me, if you're a person like me and you get mad and you're like, I'm deleting this app, if
No.
you better be ready for it to be gone forever.
Oh my gosh. I did not realize that if you deleted it, you wouldn't be able to re-download it.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone forever.
Okay.
It's gone
Well,
forever.
shit.
Yeah,
That blows because TikTok is the biggest time suck in my life.
I know. Like,
Not
what
that
am
I'm
I going
proud
to
of
do?
that.
Read more books?
Well, at least you have a hobby. I currently do not.
Um,
I'm trying to get
I decided at New Year's that I was going to give myself more days off because was, I would give myself like 3 days off in a month.
yeah, you were a workaholic.
Um, and now I've had 3 days off this week and I don't know what to do with myself. Still
Especially
making
because
the
you
same
can't
amount of money.
scroll the TikTok. You can't scroll
Yeah.
TikTok.
Still making the same amount of money. I just
Yeah.
have time off and I don't know what to do with myself. And now my TikTok's gone. And I got this book today and I'm 120 pages into it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's not healthy.
Are you trying to tell me that we're gonna be cranking out 2 podcasts a week?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I might even just put a cardboard cutout of you and just talk into a microphone.
It's fine. It's okay. I mean, I think I
Just-
probably have, like, a rotation of about 10 replies that I give you, so
yeah.
well, I'm
So if
sad for
anybody has
you
any
because
suggestions on
oh,
things
yeah,
that I could do,
Kelly needs a hobby.
I need a hobby.
Also, so do I. So please share with both of us because we are both in the shopping. We're shopping around for new hobbies right now.
Yeah.
So, um, well, speaking of hobbies,
Yes.
we know that one of our favorite pastimes on Lewd Mood is the bumblebee, and I've decided that it's time for me to offer up the bumblebee to Kelly.
This is a big day.
This is a big day. We're passing the torch back and forth now because we have 2 eligible ladies.
Yes.
And it's time for Kelly to go through the torture that I've had to go through of picking an eligible suitor on her behalf. And it is now time for her.
I don't think it'll be torturous because I have opinions about everyone.
Okay. Well, I did my research. I did my research. This was a crowdsourced Bumblebee this week, this
I love it.
episode. It's crowdsourced from a sampling of bachelors in the Des Moines area, I think.
Ooh.
So central
You
Iowa, I
do
really should say.
know that I do better. My averages at bat averages are higher when I'm
Yes,
in Iowa as opposed to Illinois.
you do well here. You do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not confident you're gonna enjoy these gentlemen. However, I have been fooled before. So, to make it interesting, I'd love for you to choose the one that you think would be a TikTok star.
Oh God, I cannot wait. Give it
Okay.
to me.
Are you ready for the bumblebee? Do I
Are
have
you
to
ready
sing a
for the
song?
bumblebee? Are you ready for the bumblebee? Beat, 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 beat. Are you ready for the bumblebee? Yes, I am. Thank you.
Okay. Kelly, I have 3 eligible bachelors for you this week. Are you ready for bachelor number 1?
I'm ready
The
for him.
name the names have been changed to protect the innocent or not so innocent, but here we go. Bachelor number 1. His name's Ralph. He's 42. He's divorced with a couple kids. He is an avid sportsman and enjoys Ironman competitions, cycling, swimming, running, and any type of
No,
sport,
no.
and would be described as emotionally dead inside.
Oh, well, he brought me back now.
Okay, that's bachelor
Just
number 1. Ralph. Bachelor
you
number
lost me
2.
at the Iron Man, but you had me at emotionally dead inside.
Just telling you his hobbies, okay? That's
Okay.
it.
Bachelor number 2. Give it to me.
Bachelor number 2. His name's Carl. Carl is 42. His current hobbies are going to his family's lake house and getting divorced. He is currently not divorced and was reported to cry after sex and does not call or text you back in a reasonable amount of time.
Okay. You gotta give me a little more context on the crying after sex.
That's all
Was
I
it
got.
like, "Oh my god, this was the greatest thing that's ever happened to me"? Was it like,
I don't think so.
"My dick
I
doesn't
don't think
work, I'm
so.
crying"?
I
Was it like,
I don't
"I
think
have
so.
3 the I used all 3 of my moves and you still didn't get off. I don't know what
Mm,
to do"?
that's a great question. I should have pried more, but let's just take that as, are you okay with your partner crying after sex?
Okay.
I would anticipate it, not tears of joy. Okay.
I can just picture this poor man, he's like, "I gave her the razzle, I gave her the dazzle. I even
He
did
may
that."
have. I mean, we don't know. Carl's in a rough place right now. Okay.
Oh,
That's
okay. I
bachelor number
like that he's
two.
got a
Here we
lake
go.
house, though.
Lake house is a perk. It's a perk. Okay.
It
Are
is.
you ready? Bachelor number 3.
Okay.
His name's Kip.
His
Kip
name is what?
is Kip.
Tip?
Kip. Kip
Tip.
is 45. He has never been married and doesn't have children,
Great, I love this.
but he has a very good job, is incredibly athletic, former athlete in college,
Sold.
dual sport, Division One, but currently lives with his ex-girlfriend.
Okay. Okay. Alright.
Well, here we go, Kelly. You have 3 options. Bachelor number 1, Ralph. Bachelor number 2, Carl. Or bachelor number 3, Kip.
Okay. Um, so really, I'm gonna go with as the not for me to date, but as the star, the TikTok star,
Yeah.
it's gonna be the last guy.
Kip.
Kip. It's gonna be Kip. Kip's gonna show pump videos. He's
Oh.
gonna show you, like, what he did for what he eats in a day, what
Yes.
his 5 to 9 is before his 9 to 5.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I mean, he's gonna get in there, he's gonna do a lot of a shirtless, like,
Mm.
this is what I'm doing when I get you need
Mhm.
more protein, you need to drink electrolytes."
Yes. Yeah.
But he's gonna be big with the, "Here's my 5 to 9." And he's
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
he wakes up at 5, and at 5:05, he's in the gym, and from 5:05 to 5:55, he is pumping it out at the gym.
Right.
5:55 to 6 o'clock, he walks back to his apartment, wakes up his girlfriend, they meditate for 30 minutes before they even speak to each other. Then he makes himself a
Ex-girlfriend.
cup of matcha.
Ex-girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend.
Of course.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ex-girlfriend. So then they're gonna meditate together, okay?
Mhm.
So they're meditating, and then he journals for 30
Mm.
minutes, but really it's just how he looked working out,
Mhm.
and then
Mhm.
what kind of what kind of supplements he's putting in his shake.
Mm,
And then he's gonna go through his crypto profile.
right.
Um,
Crypto is
and
huge. Yeah, with Kip. Mhm.
yeah, and he's gonna go through that, and then
Mhm.
he's gonna get ready he's gonna take a shower, and then he's gonna get ready. He's gonna show you his skincare routine because he's got a
Mm,
skincare routine
of
because
course he
he's
does.
45, and I bet he's looking good for his age.
Yeah, gotta take care of that skin.
Yeah. And then
Okay,
he heads
well,
out to
Kip
work
it is.
and grinds it out.
Yeah.
So Kip.
Kip, okay.
And
Interesting.
I'm gonna tell you, um, I wouldn't date any of them. Like,
No.
Kip and I would be buds. I can already
Yeah,
tell I would like Kip. I would be like, "I'm gonna watch Kip's 5 to 9. Tell me what
yeah.
you got. What kind of
I
creatine did you
enjoy
put
the
in there?"
shirtless pictures of Kip. Kip's looking
I
good
would
with his
love
shirt
that.
off in
I
his
bet he
videos.
is
Yeah.
we could get some giggles.
Mhm.
We, could go and watch sports together, and, we'd have a good time.
Yeah.
The guy whose hobby is getting a divorce, that's too much for me right now. 2025, we're not bringing in the sad. There's enough trauma going on. I
For
don't
real.
need I don't need a man going through that kind of trauma
Yeah,
to go through. Like, listen, I understand that is a hard deal you're going through, sir. I
right.
respect that, but I personally, it is not in my bandwidth. So I hope you
Yeah.
find somebody that is in their bandwidth,
Yeah, for sure. I
right? Because you deserve to feel all the feelings, sir, right?
think he's
And you're
feeling some feelings
probably
if he's
crying
crying. Yeah,
after sex because you're like, "This isn't my wife who I'm divorcing that I'm still in
yeah,
love with, but I
that
didn't
seems
do
right.
enough. I didn't give her enough emotionally, and now I'm struggling."
Mm, yeah, I like that. I like the assessment.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then, the first guy, he'd be okay. He'd be a little too boring for me. Guys who do Iron Man, they're too
That's all
boring
they
for
do.
me.
That's all they do.
That's all they do, and God bless them for that. I like
Yeah,
that they
sure,
have a good hobby, it's healthy, he's not
right.
hurting anybody, he's doing his but they are boring.
Well, it was quite a sample when I crowdsourced the dating pool of some of my friends. Boy, it's bleak out there. So, but this is the sample we got. So,
Becky, I've
yeah,
been warning you for years.
girl, I can't. I just dry
Been
January.
warning you.
Dry January is well,
Listen.
clearly I'm not drinking because we all know that January 1st I was a hot mess. But dry
Yeah,
January in regards to I can't deal with other people's problems. And that's
yeah,
solid. That's dating. Can I deal with this person's bucket of problems? Mm,
and,
I don't know.
the more that you're alone, it's hard. It's hard to wanna get back in there.
Yeah.
Because listen, let me tell you this, I went to a funeral, a wake,
Yes.
okay? Went to a wake, and, it was a celebration of life, I should say,
Okay.
because this lady, badass, lived a great life, right?
Mhm.
She was like 90, right? 89,
Nice.
90. Lived a great
Nice.
life, had a lot of family there because people loved her.
Yeah.
I ran into somebody that I hadn't talked to in a long time, and she basically was like, "What are you doing now? Do you have a job? Are you working?"
Ma'am, I'm 42.
I'm like, "Yeah." Obviously, we heard earlier, I took 3 days off last month, 3 days off the prior month,
I
so
clearly have a job.
I'm only fucking working. I'm
That's all I
only
do.
fucking working.
Right.
Like, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm only fucking working.
Right.
And, she goes, I know you move a lot, and I just hope one day you find happiness." And I go
Wow.
I laughed. I go, "What?" I go, "I'm living my best fucking life.
Well,
Living
why
my"
would you assume that I'm not happy?
I
That's
don't know. I
you know,
just
but
think
not everybody is good with that. Like, not everyone can just be with themselves, and it is a tough thing to learn. I am learning it, and
yeah,
there's times where it is awesome. Like,
yeah.
will I ever share my giant king size bed that's right behind me with somebody? I don't think so. Do I
Not for long
love
either.
having my own master bedroom that I share with 0 people? I fucking love
Yeah.
it. So, that's a boundary probably for me at this point in my life. I'm not
All right.
interested
Well,
in it. But
can I just tell
yeah,
you?
but
This is why I have free time to people are like, how do you read so much? I don't understand where you find the time. Listen, when I get home from work, I go, what do I want for dinner? Fuck, I'll make scrambled eggs tonight.
yeah.
You know how long it takes to make scrambled eggs? A couple
Mhm.
minutes. Oh,
Minutes.
I pre-made my meals on Sunday. So now I just have to microwave them. I'm good to go.
Love
I don't have to make food for a whole fucking family.
Yeah.
I don't have to make food for somebody else.
Mhm.
I just may have to make sure Randall's got his food in his bowl and
Yeah.
whatever is in my fridge, I make something happen. And
Sure.
then I get on with my evening.
Yeah.
This lady doesn't work.
What?
Okay? She doesn't work. She hasn't
Wow.
worked in the whole 30 years that I've known this woman.
Interesting.
She hasn't
Hmm.
worked a day. And you're
So
going to tell me, look at me like and she didn't mean it
she's
in like a
projecting.
worrisome way. She
Yeah.
meant it in a like gossipy biatch kind of way.
Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one, right? Like
Listen.
people love to think everyone should live the same way that they do. That's
And
just the way of the world these days.
listen, just just vibe, just live your life. You want to have 17 kids? I love that for you.
Do it.
You want to live in your one bedroom apartment with your cat just vibing reading your dragon books? I
Yeah.
love that for me.
You know what? If you want to take a nap at the I-80 rest stop and be suspiciously look like a lot lizard, you do you, boo
You do
boo.
that.
You
You
do
lot
it.
lizard your life.
I love that. Oh,
Live, laugh, lot lizard.
that's right. I think we just named our podcast episode.
Mhm. Oh man. I'm here. I think this year, Becky, we just need to bring the high vibes.
High vibes.
Good
We're
times.
vibrating.
Okay.
Mhm.
The world we know it's shit. Okay.
It's crap.
We're not gonna get into it. There's a lot of stuff. It's crazy out there.
Crap.
It's hard out there for a pimp.
Hard out here for a pimp
For a pimp.
when you're trying to get the money for the rent. With the
For the
Cadillac
rent.
gas money spent, we got a whole lot of bitches jumping ship.
Chip. All right. Well, should we wrap it up, Becky?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Well, I'm Kelly.
And I'm Becky.
Bye.
Bye.
Live, laugh, lot lizard.
Lewd Mood podcast is produced by Kelly Lally and Becky Pospisil.
Music by Paul Size of Red Beat Entertainment.
Listen to our podcast anytime on Spotify Podcasts.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Lewd Mood